Well, now it's Tuesday, the 18th of March. I'm really well into all this electronic-y stuff because there's a chance now to test all my gear. Look at the state of my bench. I have things everywhere. I've got the Bosch starter here, you know, the one that was on the 200 TDI that didn't work. And I found out that the little brushes weren't spot welded onto these parts here. But I got JP just to make me a little sleeve so I could put the brushes in, and when we put this in here we push it through and it's going to make a nice contact. But I want to assemble this to make sure that the windings are good. So that's another little thing we've got to do. So that's another another job out the way. I was kind of curious because I don't know if this armature's, you know, this is very good, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to play with that. Another thing we're going to play with is this I found on the shelf. This was an almost brand fire new, well, almost brand fire, 100 amp alternator of 300 TDI. Now some German travellers, the young guy and the girl was travelling through, and the alternator packed in their Land Rover with a camper with the pop-up tent, you know, with the roof tent thing on as you got. But they had a lot of electrical problems, so they stopped by my place and we took the alternator off and we took it down to our alternator shop, and they said, oh well, it needs this, it needs that, and it was going to cost a lot of money. So they actually bought another one and bolted that on, and I kept the old one just out of curiosity really. And I was testing it and I got no charge. Unfortunately, I seem to have lost the video on that one, but it doesn't really matter, you have to believe me. But what did I find out? Well, I found out it was the rectifier. Now, where is that little chap? Now, let me get my flashlight now. I was testing the diodes in here, and this diode just here, you might be able to get a glimpse of it, was actually broken. I did a test, you know, because I've got my multimeter here, and you set it to diodes and you put your leads on one side of the diode and then swap them over to the other, and there was nothing passing, so you should get a reading on one side, but when you swap it over, not the other. Anyway, it looks a little bit burned. I'm not surprised. I think they were like trying to run half of Canada on that bloody alternator. So I ordered a new one, and I'm going to keep this one because I think, being a Yorkshireman, I might be able to get them diodes out of there and use them on something else. I'm not sure. It was about $50 or $60 for a rectifier, which I thought was kind of expensive, seeing they seem to be so popular. They're onto a lot of vehicles, especially in Europe, but of course we're not in Europe, so we have to pay a premium. I also bought at the same time from the company down in Florida of all places a new regulator pack. Now the reason why I bought a new regulator pack is that I don't know what this is putting out or what it's doing. So this might be faulty, but certainly this is. But has this blown this? Who knows? Who knows the secret of the black magic box? So anyway, that's a little update on what's going on there. I've got all the screws and everything all together down here, so I'm going to just put them aside. Now this one here, it wasn't putting out anything at all, and I can't figure it out. I'm going to have another look at that one, but this one here, you know, bloody stuff I've got. I marked this one with an X, this regulator here, because this one does work, and it was putting out good current, good volts, everything was fine. And this is the one I never even bothered with it, I just took it off the shelf and it was working. So, as I mentioned in the previous video, I have here 3 new regulators. There's a new one, and there's an old one. and the brushes in this one look a little bit cockeyed look. Alright, so is that the problem? I don't know. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put, because these are really easy to swap over, and I know that this alternator is working fine. So just to test if these cheapy Chinese parts do work or not, I'm going to swap the regulators, put them on the tester, and find out if they're working. Because one chap wrote to me in the comments, and it was a really nice chap, and he said, well, if the light goes out, it's working. Seems reasonable, doesn't it? Well, that test proved great. We've got now 3 brand new units and a used one that's in good top order, so that's really reassuring, isn't it? Now this alternator down here wasn't having any of it, so it has to be the rectifier, that's it. It has to be a rectifier problem. Now this is a spare one. It's marked Lucas, so it probably won't work. We'll test it out before swapping it. So what we've got to do again, like I say, we've got to put our multimeter on one side, turn it and make sure all the diodes are good. But apart from that, I can't see if there's anything else in there to make it work. You know, to make it stop working, if you see what I mean. Easy enough things to change, not too bad, but pain in the ass all the same. But it's a bit of fun, isn't it? I mean, it's something to do. Think about it, it's something to do. But we've got plenty of spare parts now, so we're laughing. So I'll keep you posted on that. And let's see if we can rebuild that starter motor, and then think about investing in some pieces. Parts again are tricky to find for these things. Well, not tricky, but get a lot of them in Europe, bugger all over here. So I don't know. I'll keep you posted.